some people are really convinced that the legendary but near-dead brand Vulcain should be alive. In September 2022, we saw the announcement that the vintage alarm watch Cricket will be in production again. And now Vulcain is presenting the re-edition of a 60s Skindiver to enter one of the most popular watch genres these days. So let's go through the specifications of the Vulcain Skindiver Nautique. We have an automatic watch with a case diameter of 38mm, a length lug-to-lug of 44.5 and a thickness of 12mm. The watch has a sapphire crystal, a screw-down crown and is waterproof up to 200 meters. Unidirectional rotating bezel with black ceramic inlay, and it's powered by the ETA 2824 Elaboré movement. Price is indicated with 1,500 euros or 1,610 US dollars without VAT. Alright, at first glance we see that the goal here was to bring back an actual watch from the 60s. When you use the Google image search, you will see that this is almost an exact copy of the old Vulcain Skindiver Nautique. It's about 2mm bigger than the original and looks sharper because of modern production quality and some design decisions, but the hands are the same and certainly the overall look. And that's the strength of the watch. Pure functional design, very legible, and with a water tightness of 200 meters, clearly superior to its predecessor. The rather unknown brand is in my eyes also a plus, because it adds one of the most coolest logos of the game on the dial, and it can be sold for a, let's say, reasonable price. More of that later. A minus is in many eyes the lume, or better the color, that it's called often fake lume, so artificially aged. I personally see this beige just as another color, and I find it way more compelling, to tell you the truth, than modern lume colors like green or bluish or white. It adds a warm quality to the rather cold color spectrum of black and steel. When we go back now, then we will realize that the genre of vintage-inspired skindivers is crowded now, so that everybody can find his or her model of choice, and we find of course a strong competition in price. For example, this watch can be seen as a direct attack against the Oris Diver 65 line that was immensely popular over the years. Oris Skindivers are roughly in the same price category, have more brand value, are mostly more attractive, slightly at least, but they are, with a water tightness of 100 meters, also more fragile. It's more a dress diver than a real tool. And then we've seen here the Aran Submarine with a crazy amount of attention to detail. We've seen the Woolbrook Skindiver for buyers on a budget, and of course the Glashütte CQ for high rollers. So when we have strong competition, let's examine the price a little closer, too high or not. These specs alone you can buy from micro brands under 1,000 euros with a slitter instead of that ETA, which doesn't make so much of a difference. But it's more risky. Despite the long sleeve, Vulcain is an old watch brand and people have confirmed online after a purchase the solid quality. Nothing to complain. A clear minus from the European perspective is that the company is located in Switzerland, so that we must add VAT to the price. Switzerland as a minus sounds crazy, but with Aran there is a very strong competitor in the European Union. From the UK, United States or Canada though, this Vulcain is a rather affordable piece, especially for US buyers with a strong dollar. So I think these 15 or 1600s are the result of a very carefully executed calculation that includes specs, brand value and the mentioned competitor, and it depends a bit on your location if it's affordable or reasonable or a bit stiff. So the private watch collector in me will observe this watch now for a while, but when I see it, maybe slightly used with a discount, I will just buy it. The chances that this piece is a disappointment are very low. And the collector here also hopes that this Skindiver will be a success because it could stabilize Vulcain as a brand. Rumors state that the Cricket wasn't a big hit because of this price tag. So this diver here really could turn the tide. And with that wish, let me close this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much and see you next Monday to Watch of the Week.